Hi, this is Nicole from thismomentisgoodblogspot.com, and today I'm going to show you how to do these really cute shamrocks. I'm kind of going to give you a shortened version of how it's being done, and I'll put the written pattern up on the blog. But these would be great on to make as pins, or maybe on a cute headband. Anything, pocketbook, you could just add them. But I know in knitting they have a million, in crochet they have a million different flowers and things like this, and I always was hoping to be able to get time to try to figure out how to do them on the loom where it's easy, and this is really easy. So basically you start with an I cord, and I've already done the two sections. You'll see down here, these are the two sections. This is going to be the front of the shamrock. And you basically start with a 3-peg or 3-stitch I cord. And if you need refresher on how to do I cords, you can go, there is a video on how I do my I cords. And that's exactly how they're done on here. I will show you really quick the last stitch. So basically you're going to chain cast on 3 pegs. For each section is done the same way. You'll I cord 12 rows, 12 complete rows. I'm on my 12th row on this just for time. I don't know how to do a lapse video, or I would do that for you and do a loom along, because these are really fast, which is what I like about them. But anyway, to do the I cord, you knit peg 1, you jump behind peg 2, you knit peg 3, and then you knit peg 2, and that's your full I cord row, and you do 12 of those, and you'll do that for each section of the shamrock, 3-leaf clover, whatever you want to call it. Okay, now once you get to the 12th row, we're now going to decrease, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to move peg 1 to peg, the loops from peg 1 to peg 2, and we're going to knit those over. Then we're going to move the loops from peg 3 to peg 2, and we're going to knit those over. This yarn is not the greatest. It splits, and oh, I am using this is either a 5 or 6. It's super bulky. So I would imagine it's a 6-weight yarn. You could use 2 strands of 4, and this is a half gauge. You can use any gauge loom. Just either double up your yarn. This would work on any gauge loom, but for a large gauge loom, you'll definitely want to use 2 strands of 4 weight. But 1 strand will do it for pretty much any loom of the super bulky stuff. I just happen to have this around. It was the emerald green that looks great. Okay, now that you've knitted them off and you're completely decreased, you will actually pull up. You'll see down here at the bottom, there's going to be the bottom of your I cord. There's going to kind of be a loop there. You want to bring that around. Make sure you're not twisting your shamrock, because you want the back on the back and the front of your knitting on the front. And bring that up onto the loom. And then you can kind of feel it out and see. You see how now it's in the shape of the shamrock or 3-leaf clover, and then knit that over. My working yarn got underneath it, so just bring that back around. Usually I pull my working yarn to the front of the loom so I don't get all tangled up. And now you are going to make your stem. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to knit. I'm just using the U-knit, just so you know. Purl, for as many rows as you would like your stem to be. Sorry, sometimes my stitches, I tend to knit a little tight, and particularly for this loom, it can be, these tops of the Cindywood looms are larger, so you have to knit a little bit looser to pull them over easy. But I have always been a tight knitter. Hopefully this isn't getting out. It's kind of hard. This loom wants to slide around. All my looms slide around on this table, but this is the best place to clearly show you. Hopefully it's not shaking too much too. That's annoying. So keep doing that. It looks like I've done probably about 4 rows now, so I'm thinking probably I'm going to do about 6. But just do your knit purls until you're happy with the length of your stem. And you can make these any size you want. You can just do more rows of your I-cord, and you can make a huge one. I wouldn't make it too big, because then the I-cord will start looking very thin, whereas now it looks really thick and really cohesive. You could even pull them in by taking your yarn, if you want a solid one, and just whip stitch underneath, and then you could pull them in. But I kind of think it looks great open like this. Alright, so we're going to check and see what we've got here stem wise. I think I'm going to take it a little bit longer, maybe to 8. Kind of got talking, so I think I was on a knit row here. So anyway, you just keep, if I jumped, you just keep doing the knit purls for, I'm going to say 8 to 10 rows, somewhere in there, depending on how long you want it to be. And then I just pull it off and take my crochet hook and bind. I don't do the bind off on the loom on big yarn like this. Oh, I forgot to bring my scissors over. Hold on 1 minute. Let me get them. Cut it, pull it tight. Okay, now you have your Clover shape. And what I do is, and I didn't really leave this very long, leave your cast on tail a little longer than what I just did, so that you can thread a yarn through a yarn needle, and you're able to take it up. And what I do is, anywhere where you'll have somewhat of a gap there, I just go up through this large loop here and back down the large loop on the other side, and I pull it tight. And then it looks like I could probably use to do it on this side too. So between the 3, and then I go back down. And there you have it. You'll weave in your ends. I was twisting, and you'll see if you twist as you're going, your stitches will twist. And because it was sliding around all over the loom, but that's pretty easy to remedy. You just take your fingers and spread them out. It's not a big deal on the stem. It kind of looks neat. And take this up through. It'll give it a little more tension there. Or you can just cut it at the end. Put a dab of washable fabric glue at the end there. And basically you just now can put it on a pin or a headband or a pocketbook or something like that, and you have a cute little shamrock. Okay, thank you. Have a great day.